Morning, Anel. How's it going? You missed the first one, but you're the first. You're the first now. Uh, all right, guys. All right. So, CPI, pretty bad report, right? Like it did absolutely horrible. Big fat miss, as we can see here on the chart, right? So, market is about to open here in 4 minutes. So we're about to see what's going to happen, right? I'm sure you guys have a burning question. You want to know is it too late to buy? Or will I go down more? So this is what we're gonna figure out today, right? We have some levels and numbers to look at, but yeah, let's see what happens. Good morning, Osby. How's it going? You and NL have been missed in the first CPI chat stream that we did, right? But now we're gonna do the market stream, and we're gonna see what the market gives us at the open, right? We're gonna see if like there is a possibility to buy some more here, or is this it? We're gonna find out today, right? So let's see. Mm-mm-mm. Let's just put this in the live stream in case someone is looking for it, right? Market stream. Everyone. Okay, we're good. We are good. Everybody who needs to know is in the know, right? So let's see here what Colonel is asking. Second, this question is loading up here. Colonel says, "Hey Ash, you think bottom is soon? Thinking of adding things in the long-term account? I definitely do think we'll see the bottom this month for sure. We have the midterms coming up around the 8th of November, I believe, right? So CPI is done. This is over. We're going to have our earnings coming out throughout the next few couple of weeks, right? And then towards the end of the month, we also have the FMOC rate hike. So after that, pretty much everything is bad. That might come out, will have come out, right? So we won't have these big kind of earnings again till next 3 months. We have the midterms, which is historically pretty bullish, right? So yeah, my guess definitely I'll be earning on the side of the bottom is in pretty soon, right? Now, how big the drop will be, it is yet to be seen. I do think we see 3,400 soon on the futures and SPX, which is 340, maybe a little bit lower on the SPY, right? And SPX, but this is yet to be seen. Today is going to be pretty telling. We also have the earnings coming out soon, for the next couple of weeks. Tomorrow, we have a big earnings day. We have 5 banks reporting tomorrow, so that's going to be pretty telling as well, right? So I think once we get the earnings out of the way, the bottom will definitely be in. If the earnings coming good, which I don't expect it to, but let's just for argument's sake assume the earnings are good, then definitely the bottom is in. This is a game over, and we start our hike up, right? So in all cases, the most bearish case and the most bullish case, we're about to get the bottom very soon, in October most likely, right? Maybe at worst beginning of November, right? And then after that, we start our hike up. So yeah, I would say Cornell definitely a good time to start start chopping around, start buying some stuff. I already have, even the small account, I have long AMD, right? I got an AMD that expires January, so I do think it's a great time to start shopping for some stuff. But yeah, we'll see how things go, right? So speaking of which, let's have a look at AMD. AMD down 4% this PM, very much expected, right? Nothing surprising here. It is the CPI, and it is still within this chop range. My hope is that it stays or hopefully reclaims this area pretty soon, either today or the next few days, right? I want to see relative strength in AMD. Even with bad numbers coming out. So CPI, FMOC, yeah, it will drop, it will pull it back down. But I want to see, for example, strength coming out with NVIDIA's earnings, right? And all that stuff, right? AMD might even surprise us now that we have lowered expectations and lower guidance. It might surprise us with earnings. We might see something good. So we don't really know yet, right? So that being said, let's have a look at our other buy that we have here, longish term. Oh, market opened. Okay, so let's go here to our SPX SPY. Yep. Okay. So, so a little sell-off at the open, super expected. Actually, we don't expect anything but a sell-off at the open, right, guys? Because people who just started trading or who just started their day, they're graded to this in the pre-market, right? So, yeah, of course, like sell-off is to be extremely expected, right? We had a gap in the morning that was filled, but we produced another gap right at the open. Right at the report. So again, that was to be expected. Nothing out of the ordinary here so far, right? So we will for the most part, I'm just chilling here. I'm just waiting. All right, I still have my put. Nothing changed here. Of course, it lost some of its value because because of this chop here, right? So my hope, my ultimate hope here is that we see 3,400 today. That will be another 2.5% drop. So we'll bring the total drop today to 5%, which is a lot, which is like really a lot. But again, this is my hope here. So the next hour or so will be very critical. It will tell us if this is possible or not. Okay, so Osby says XLF puts are happy. Yes, sir. They are pretty damn happy. Looking good so far. But the main big move for XLF will be tomorrow, right? We already got a nice 2% down, on them so far. So that's always nice. I wouldn't mind, it dropping another 2% more today and then dropping even some more tomorrow, right? That can't hurt, right? More the more the merrier. Hopefully that can get us closer to our target here, which was a target of $25, right, for the XLF, which is our put target. So hopefully we can see that happening soon. That will be really good. And guys, if you have multiple puts, XLF puts, and you just wanna trim a little bit or take some off the table, feel free to do that. By the way, you do not have to hold till tomorrow. You can even, one thing you can do is that you can sell off your entire position today and then rebuy with the original amount. So let's say you bought for like $1,000 worth of puts when we alerted it, right? And then you let's say now it's up 50%, right? So if you want, you can sell the whole position for a 500% profit and then rebuy again using just $1,000. Or even more secure, you can just rebuy again using only the profits, $500. Be even more safe, right? So feel free to just make sure, feel free to secure your positions, book in profits and all that nice stuff, right? Not only is there no shame in that, this will be the smart move here, right? So we see here our first rejection, which is off the PM lows here, right? So we have our PM lows on the SPY right at 348.2, right? And we see here it went down, tested the lows, and just rejected it here. So would I give this any credence? Not really. This is still the open, people buying, people selling, lots of confusion, lots of stuff going on in the market. So I'm just waiting here, right? So now, of course, the pre-market high technically is all the way up at 362, right? It'll be very interesting if we get back up there. Who knows? But I don't think that will happen. But Specifically, I'd be looking here for this number, if I'm considering the highs and the lows of the pre-market at 350.8. I'm interested to see whether we will be able to break this or not, right? So I would say this level here, this is a level I want to keep an eye on for today. I want to see what happens. And I'm also looking at this level here, the 348.27. So I'm looking to see what happens. Are we going to stay in this range? Are we going to break through? Are we going to retest the 21 MA, which is the closest MA we have, right? So lots of questions, lots of things needs to be answered. But all we can do for now is just sit here and wait and see what happens with the market. Okay, so Angelique said sold half XLF. That's smart, Angelique. That is always a good idea to book profits. Congratulations on your profits, and hopefully you bank even more with the other half. So we're gonna find out, right? We're gonna find out either today and also maybe even possibly tomorrow. You know, we don't know that yet, so we'll see. Okay, so let's see how VIX is doing now. VIX kind of, you know, like threw a wrench in all and everyone's plans today, right? Because we were expecting with the huge drop for the VIX to shoot through this resistance that it has been unable to break through for the last week or two, right? But the VIX surprisingly still strong. As a matter of fact, it went down, right? And you can argue that that happened because, well, you can say maybe because things were volatile, right? And now the volatility is off the table, right? And people are, you know, selling their puts because, you know, they're taking in profits. So this is why it happened. Possible. We are not sure yet, but very possible, right? But you can see here the VVIX, which is the volatility of the volatility index, is up 4%, right? So we have to watch. We have to see what happens today. The VIX now is testing the 200 MA. It is almost green, not yet green, but almost green, right? So it will be interesting to see how the VIX does today, right? SPX, huge gap here. Super expected, obviously, with everything that's going on, right? SPY going back down here, maybe to retest the PM lows, right? So it will be interesting to see what SPY does eventually, right? So we break this and we can expect a big drop down, right? So I'll be super interested to see what happens here. Again, technically, guys, this is uncharted territory. Now, we looked at our futures in the other stream, if you guys were not there for that, and we saw that between the 3,400 level on the futures, there's only one level of support at 3,540, right? Which we expect we might go up, retest, and if it fails, we'll just keep going down some more, or just go down all the way now, right? So this should be very interesting to see. Also, it is interesting to have a look at this. So this, guys, the CME Group website. Now, while this loads, I'll explain to you what it does. It basically shows you the odds and how much the market is pricing in the next hike, right? So the next FMOC meeting, as you can see here in the countdown, is in 20 days and 4 hours, if you want to be super specific about it, right? And once this chart loads up here, it's going to show you the odds, how much the market is pricing in 50 points, how much the market is pricing in 75 points, and how much the market is pricing in 100 points in the next meeting, right? So it's going to take a minute to load. Their website is super slow. As you can see here, it looks like it's been made in the 90s. So we'll just give it a minute here to load, and then we'll have a look and we'll see how much the market is pricing in. But if I have to guess, this move 0% 50. This would be my guess. 0% 50 move. I think 100% 75 move. And we might even see the 100 points show up in the chart, because the 100 points all the way up until yesterday was not showing up. There were 0% odds of 100 points raise, right? So I think the 100 point raise comes on the table now. I think 75 is all but guaranteed, right? I guess you guys would agree with me on this one. 75 points at this point, almost a guarantee, right? And I think 50 points is almost a guarantee that it wouldn't happen. It would be incredibly stupid of the Feds to do 50 points, right? So, yes, still not loading up, still pretty damn slow. I guess everyone is looking at this website right now at the same time. They're probably experiencing, too much traffic, I guess. But yeah. And if you guys can hear this on the background, you can hear my dogs just like going absolutely nuts. They're extremely unhappy about what's going on in the market. They are both idiots. They both went full port on calls yesterday. Now they lost all their kibble. They lost all their dog food on this play. It was a very stupid play by both of them. Yeah, they're extremely unhappy now. This is why you hear all the barking and them going nuts, right? So they went in full kibble port in calls and they lost. So yeah, they do like CPI numbers. Yeah, they were bullish, but they were idiots, so they deserve that. Like, they're really barking. They expect me to take on their losses and give them more food, but that's not gonna happen, man. Like, you know, it is what it is. Lost all the kibble. Yeah, pretty much. Exactly. Smoothie, they YOLO'd, and hey, you bet big, right? And if you lose, you don't come crying to me. This is not how the casino works. Not my problem. Saul says, "Good morning, Ash. Good morning, Saul. How's it going, my good friend? Thank you for all you do. My absolute pleasure. I am late to the party. Which SPY positions are you currently active in?" I actually don't have SPY. I do have the SPX, right? Because I got a pre-market. But I don't think you're late to the party. I think all you need to do for the SPY is look at these levels we have drawn here on the chart, right? So I believe you are in the forming right now a bear flag here. So for us, the trigger to get in would be this level, the pre-market low, 348.2. If the 3.8.27 breaks, then I think this would be a decent entry for puts, right? If we break this line, we have to recalculate what we're going to do here today, right? It might go up to the 21 MA. We're gonna see if it retests and fails, but I would not specifically say that you're late to the party. We just need to see what's going to happen today. That's all, right? So yeah, this is it. So okay, so SPY failing still to go back and test this level. Didn't even touch it. It's just like, again, we have here, this is a tweezer bottom, guys. 2 candles, 2 wicks, 2 wicks almost at the same level, right? So we're gonna see how this candle closes, how it goes, what happens. Okay, so okay, so far choppy morning. It's very much to be expected. Again, this is a scary sight to wake up to and start trading to. A lot of people are asking the same questions you guys are asking. Is it too late to get in? And for the most part, this is a very confusing, very hard to answer question, right? And again, a lot of people who were in yesterday are cashing out stuff, right? So it is what it is. Sold a Netflix yesterday with nice profit. Went back now again. Nice. Congrats, Angelique. Well done. Let's see how Netflix is doing. Netflix is following the SPY pretty much. Look at the same pattern, right? So still holding this support. Definitely a good sign. Always a good sign. As you can see, our support here on Netflix kind of matches the one on SPY, right? So good for us. Interesting to see what AMD does, right? AMD not so hot. Again, I would really love for AMD to go back inside between these two lines. We're gonna have to find out. We're gonna have to wait and see. I would really love to see it go back in there though. But it's not the end of the world for me here. I will still be holding my call. Plans did not really change that much. If I see a big drop here, I might just get out, call it a day. VIX, what is VIX doing? Okay, VIX has started turning green. Okay, finally, that makes some sense. I would not say it being green 0.3 when the SPY is down 2% sense at all, but at least it kind of makes some sense here. So again, I'm looking for this final retest and break of this line here for the VIX to just start shooting up and we get finally the drop that we're looking for, right? So in order for us to start working our way down to 3,400 level, our take profit target, the VIX is gonna have to lose this hard resistance here, which it does not seem like it's able to do, right? So we're gonna really need to see it lose this line. I wonder how Apple is doing. Apple down 2%. Apple's still strong, with everything going. I swear, every day that passes by, I feel like, like Apple is gonna fall hard at some point. It's been showing like extreme resilience and relative strength. With everything that's going in the market. Uh, Good for it. Etsy just absolutely obliterated, down 10%. Right, seems like the biggest loser today. Just like absolutely lost its shit here in the pre-market. I guess even before the CPI, because CPI was right around here. This is towards the opening of the pre-market. I guess maybe it might have some bad news and add the CPI to it, and it just like absolutely destroyed it. Interesting to note here that this is important support, which it coincidentally just tested and bounced off. I would say if Etsy loses this support here, it might get a big move down. This might be a possible play here. So let's just quickly jump on our 1 hour chart and let's see if it loses this, where does it go down next. Okay, so our next support would be right around here, right? So our next support will be 86. So that is a nice $6 difference here, and $6 would be around a 6% drop. So if Etsy loses this here, we might have a nice day trade, maybe swing trade on our hands here. We're gonna have to find that, wait and see, right? So let's go back and check on our SPY and our VIX. VIX 42. Wow, VIX huge drop. Looks like the SPY maybe spiked here a little bit. Interesting also to see here, since we're on the 1 hour, interesting to see what the 1 hour looks like, and the 1 hour looks like this so far. So we have this pole here and a possible bear flag forming. Nothing definitive yet, we will have to see, but it is still within the range where we can see a flag. Now guys, if you want to know the ideal ratios for the flag, all you have to do is use the fibs, right? So if you guys we can just do this here, right? So for a proper flag, right, for a flag to still be in play, right, it needs to hold the 38 fib here, right, which is 353.7, right? So in order for the flag to still be in play, it can go all the way up to 353.7, but anything above that invalidates the bear flag here. Now ideally we want it to be playing around just under the 23 fib, which it is so far. So far so good here, right? And yeah, just like 353, this is the no zone here for us. If it breaks, probably get a big move up, right? So let's go back to our 5-minute chart, and we're getting here some nice big moves up, right? We saw here failure to take this down. Looks like the bulls are trying their luck here a little bit, right? They're trying to push us up back again. Maybe people are just buying here thinking this is the bottom, right? So overall we're just getting chopped in this area here. Nothing really specific. It is important to note though, scaringly enough, that the VIX dropped a lot. Like this is big drop, right? From positive 4.5 all the way now to negative 3. That's a pretty nasty drop on the VIX, right? Not very bullish at all. Sorry, not very bearish at all, right? If anything, seems a little bit bullish, right? So yeah, it looks like the SPY is trying again. I wonder if it will keep chopping until the 21 MA gets in this zone, tests it and fails. This could be a possible play here, or might just shoot up, test this and fail, right? Now if it clears the 21 MA, this is a scary prospect. This would be a little bit scary to get puts at, but we're gonna have to wait and see, right? Now of course all this chop is just like ruining our puts here that we're holding, right? So we're gonna just have to wait and see here what happens. But it does seem, yeah, we're just tested and cleared this a little bit. The resistance we drew, we're just still struggling at that resistance now, right? First test here. But it is good. That means our thesis is correct. Our idea that this is now a short-term small resistance here is correct. It looks like it's struggling at it. So at least we have the line correctly. That's, you know, something, I guess. We're just gonna have to wait and see here. Yeah, VIX, like Angelique said, now 0.8. It's a pretty nasty drop, especially on a day like this, right? This is not what you expect or want to see on the VIX if you're a puts holder right now, right? So yeah, it seems like the VIX is like the SPY wants to retest this 21 MA here. Be very interesting to see if we clear the 21 MA or just fail, right? Be very, very interesting to see what happens here. But yeah, we've gained 20 points on the SPX since the open so far, right? So we're down now only 50 points. But again, guys, I would not be jumping in calls right now expecting a recovery. Not saying it's not gonna happen. I'm just saying it's not a safe entry for calls here yet, right? This all still seems a little bit bearish to me, right? Until we see the 21 MA clearing. Once the 21 MA is cleared, we can then have the conversation of calls. But till then, nope. And this is what I was talking about pre-market. Like, this is why I said I absolutely hate and detest VIX diversions. When you get VIX diversions, you worry. Things are not what they seem to be once you have VIX diversions, right? There's always some you know, something messed up going you know, behind the scenes if you're seeing a VIX divergence. You do not want to be seeing that, right? So VIX 0.86 now, holding at the 21 MA. It failed the 50 MA, just sliced right through it. Probably will go up and test it one more time. We're gonna have to wait and see. But yeah, definitely a scary notion here, the VIX doing this. Like, I am not freaked out by the SPY, but I am freaked out by the VIX, you know? Like, the SPY, this is a normal, expected little dead cat bounce, you know? And I would be confident in saying that if the VIX was matching what we're seeing. But what we're seeing here in the VIX is what you'd normally see when the market is bullish, right? So looks like, yeah, we're gonna test the 21 MA here. And we just tested the 21 MA. And we cleared the 21 MA a little bit. Look at the VIX just getting absolutely destroyed. 1.55%, just absolutely wrecked here. Yeah, so quickly lost the 50 MA and quickly lost the 21 MA too. Okay, so this is kind of the last fighting place for the bears here, right? If this goes down, right, you lose we have here higher lows, higher highs, right? If we lose our lower low here, then this mini bearish trend or technically bullish trend for the VIX, bearish for the market, then this is lost, this is gone, game over, right? So, you know, that will be over. We recovered 300 points. I'm assuming you're talking about the NASDAQ or Dow Jones. Possible. SPX though, it was just like 30 points recovered, right? So now, yeah. Okay, so obviously going back for the retest here. This is going to be a very interesting day, guys. It's going to be very, very, very interesting. And of course, this still has not loaded up yet. Something seems to be broken on their website. Like you can see this part here, but you can't see the full thing. Oh well. So looks like we got a wick right above the MA, but not a close above the MA, right? So still some hope for the bears here. Be interesting to see what this candle does here, if it closes above it or not, right? This is going to be very, very interesting, because next stop here, if we're getting some bullish action, is the 50 MA, which is a 355. So that would be a substantial move up and a substantial recovery if that actually does happen, right? So let's see. Also, by the way, the market is ripe for some messing around here, bear traps, bull traps. So you guys be careful here, right? You guys be very, very careful here. VIX 1.8% still, right? Very interesting open. I don't think a lot of people expected to get this kind of open here today. Very interesting. Well asked if I can share my playlist. For sure, man, for sure. Here it's just like it's the lo-fi girl just streaming, so I'm just gonna put it here. That's the link for it. Osby tried refreshing. I did, man. I keep refreshing. Oh, there we go, it worked. Okay, so okay, yeah, just as expected. Okay, so 75 points, it is a 95.8% chance. I actually would have thought it would be 100% chance. And we have here 100 points is at 4.2, and the 50 has been knocked off before. There was the 50, which is here. Yeah, the 50, 0%. Yeah, it makes sense. I don't think anyone thinks that the Fed is gonna do a 50 point after all this, after these numbers with the PPI and CPI now. 75 points is 95.8, almost a certainty, right? And 100 points is on the table now, but only at a very small 4.2%. You will see this number go up if we do go and test the 3,400 level, right? But if this continues here, if this is how the market is going to be for the rest of today, then yeah, I don't think people really are worried too much about the 100 points. But let's see. Again, let's see. One never knows, right, what people are thinking out there. So we just play the charts, and we hope it goes our way, right? So we'll say thanks. You're very, very welcome, my friend, at any time. So looks like the 21 is now being tested as support instead of as resistance. Does seem to be holding for the moment as support. If we fail this 21 MA, guys, I think we get the big drop. Just need to fail the 21 MA. If we don't fail the 21 MA, next level is the 50 MA. VIX 1.5%, still pretty bullish, and I still don't like this big disparity and divergence. AMD recovering a little bit here, going trying to go back in this range, which is good for us, right? Netflix, yeah, Netflix just like takes any opportunity, just keep pumping back up. Still solidly within our range, so this is nice. Has some resistance here around this. Trying for the bull flag, holding the 21 MA. All good bullish signs for it. Twitter is up 0.8%. Who gives a fuck, right? Let's see here. Banks. Okay, this is super interesting. The banks are up 1.5%, right? So the banks are doing very well. Probably they are the ones pulling up the market, right? And remember yesterday we said that at least the banks were unable to clear the 200 MA, while the banks just shot right through the 200 MA here, right? JP Morgan, which has earnings tomorrow, looking bullish today, the day before the earnings, which is interesting. Citi, again, same thing. Pretty interesting that it's still holding up. These two are up with the market down a lot, right? So that is all pretty damn interesting. Now banks do benefit from increased interest rates, of course, in some ways, but at the end of the day, not to this degree, right? This is pretty interesting, especially with all these banks having earnings tomorrow. I am kind of surprised actually at these numbers here. So, we're gonna have to take this into consideration and recalibrate. Wow, DWAC is up 22%. Looks like they had some news. What did they finally get their the funding or something? DWAC up 23%. Wow, that is a lot. Jump on Twitter and find out why. Oh, okay. Google has approved Donald Trump's Truth social app for distribution in Google Play Store. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, this seems to be the only news. But no, this is decent enough news, good enough news to move it up. Yeah, because everyone thought like it would not going to get approved, right? Especially with Apple. I think Apple already rejected it, and pretty much all social media is being super against Trump, right? So Google approving it is definitely a surprise to most. But yeah, it's of course dropping here. A lot of sell the news situation, mostly profit taking here, really. But don't this is some decent news, some very decent news. Okay, let's see what SPY is doing. So yeah, looks like the SPY is trying to run up. Actually, it wicked here right on the 21 MA. Nice rejection, nice bounce off it, right? So looks pretty bullish actually. VIX down 2.5%. If anything, it does seem like calls, honestly. I did not expect to say this, but looks like calls. you know Angelique says Trump is going to run. Just kidding. Yeah, I mean, like if Trump runs this, the DWAC will probably, like, I don't know, go like to $100 again or something like that. That'd be like huge, ginormous news for them. Okay, so SPY struggling around the 21 MA, trying to decide if it's gonna blast its way up to 50 MA or just gonna work its way down here. So we have to see. VIX pretty damn bullish, right? Yeah, like I said here, we lost this here. We got an equal low, and VIX is just like very slowly dying now. I mean, look at this drop, guys. This is like just an absolute ginormous drop, right? 3% here, almost so far down on the VIX on a horrible CPI report day. Yeah, we're almost at 3% now. Of course, this is causing the SPY to just like absolutely run. And yeah, we just cleared the high of the day, and it looks like we're gonna run to all the way up to 50 MA here. Like I said, there isn't much between them, so interesting, very interesting moves today. I mean, as crazy as it sounds, but if this keeps going on, we might just recover all the losses from today and just keep going up. I mean, I guess maybe we were just too oversold or something. I didn't have a chance to look at the report, but like maybe someone, maybe something was in the report there that I missed that's giving people some bullish hope. I don't know yet. We're definitely not forming a bear flag here, at least in the 5 minutes. Maybe it's a different story on the 1 hour. Okay, so let's have a look at our fibs one more time, and see here, beginning of the move to end of the move. I mean, we're still in the zone, not ideal, but yeah, as long as it stops at 353, we're good. But again, you don't really expect this to happen, so we'll see. We shall see. Yeah, for now, looks like we're gonna go for that 50 MA here. VIX above 3% now. J Smooth says, I can't believe Tesla is so low right now, way oversold. Interesting, what's happening with Tesla? Tesla down 4%. Of course, Tesla does not care about the market being up or down. It just does its own thing because it is a stock run by a crazy person. So that is to be expected. Look at that downward channel here, that downward trend. Just that's pretty sad, honestly. A company like Tesla should not be down this much, you know. Like, yeah, they missed deliveries, but like they should not be down this much. This is just a sad sight here, right? And I think this is the last line of support, guys, here. If I remember correctly, there's a big way down after it. Big drop down, I guess. Yeah, we lose this one here. Next support would be here, this one. That's 182, a $20 drop, right? That's a pretty big drop here, right? Tesla is at very critical point right now. You do not want to see Tesla losing the support line that we're just through right now. It's going to be pretty bad. SPY, okay, finally starting to make its way down a little bit. That's something, I guess, right? Better than nothing. We're pretty far off the 21 MA here. I don't see us going back to retest it, and we already retested it and failed here spectacularly, I might add. VIX, okay, VIX gained half a point. It's not too oversold for this gain. Looks like it's gonna struggle at its newfound low here, this sort of like temporary or a weak support. So we're gonna have to see what happens with it. Definitely a pretty interesting open, guys. I'm almost certain that no one could have guessed that it will go up this much at the open. Etsy making new lows. Yeah, it sure is. Like down 10%. It's it's because it's at this critical point here. Tesla was inflated to begin with. It I wouldn't call it inflated. If you compare it to other stocks, all stocks are really inflated, right? So I mean, like, it is not unexpected, right? But the problem is that, like, if you say that, like, if you're saying Tesla is inflated, then, you know, Amazon is inflated, Meta is inflated, Apple is inflated, right? But it's a growth company, right? And it's being treated as one. It's not being treated as a car company, and it still has growth, right? It saw a little bit small, you know, like demand loss, right? Like, and I think it's just temporary. It's I don't think it's a big deal. So for all intents and purposes, Tesla should have been acting like Apple, but it's not. You know, it really is not. Etsy looking absolutely horrible here, by the way, guys. Osby got on calls after 21 MA broke. Nice. So have a look at the SPY here. Yeah, you should be up nicely now, my friend. You should be up nicely, right? Don't forget to book some profits and, you know, keep your stops tight. You don't know what's gonna happen. You might get a big drop here out of nowhere, or it can keep going up. But you don't know that. All you know is that you are green right now, so protect your profits. Okay. Hopefully we get a break of this high here. Could send us back down here to the support. So let's see. VIX 2.4. VVIX lost all its gains, down 1.4. Negative. SolX recovered a lot. SolX was negative 10%, like, when the market opened, maybe even more. It's a big move, big move. Must be already hit stop loss, got like 20%. Excellent, my man. Well done. 20%, like, that's a very good. Hey, we can actually do polls on this. This can be fun, right? Poll. Let's see here. What kind of poll should we do? You expect three? No, we can do this. What do you expect by the close? Okay. So, we can do here. I would expect by close. 2,600. Or 340. And option. Okay, our first poll. I did not know you can do that on YouTube, but turns out you can. So, yeah, there's a poll, guy. So let me know what your expectations are. Netflix 21.8% call profits. Well done, my friend. Well done. Yeah, looks like we're gonna go for the 50 ME here. Very interesting. Osby says 360 way more likely than 340. Yeah, with the way things are going, it does seem like it, honestly. It's a big recovery there. Yeah, like, I guess, like, all sort of flags have been invalidated at this point. Anel just got 21.8% call profits. Well done, my good man. Well done. And let's see what the poll results are. We have 360 33%, 340 17%, and 40% chose eggplant. So yeah, I guess the market is gonna eggplant according to you guys. Very scientific. I can't believe you guys would choose eggplant. Shame on you. This was a test. You all failed. You all failed. It's either you guys or maybe Smoothie just, like, has his bots and they all just went in and voted eggplant. You guys are voting more eggplant now. Okay. Yeah. I'm sure it's smooth. Yeah, it's smoothie. See, there he is. Laugh my ass off. Shame on you, smoothie. Shame on you. Shame on you. Not everything is an eggplant. It's 60% now. God damn it, guys. Not everything is eggplant. You can't choose eggplant for everything. You ruined this server. You ruined this community. This was a community of sophisticated investors. And now all we do is eggplant. 64%. Well done. Well done. Okay. Okay, it's my fault for putting in this option. It's not gonna happen again. 67%. How are these numbers going up? We only have the same 14 people watching. uh Smoothies has as it was in the beginning, so it shall be in the eggplant. Ah, damn it. All right, so SPY looks like it's going up here. Looks like it wants to retest the 50 MA. Just keeps going up. Left and out, these are numbers going up. Exactly, like, dude, like there was just like 14 people watching the stream. I have the number here. There were the same 14 people, and the eggplant just like it keeps going up. It's at 69% now, which is a very interesting number on its own. But like, oh my god. Oh my god. Oh well. Okay, so it does seem like the SPY is definitely gonna go for the 50 MA here. What's VIX doing? VIX. Okay, like, what the hell is going on with VIX? So VIX, the market goes down, and VIX goes down with it. The market goes up, VIX goes up with it. Like, what's going on? This is just like, this is crazy divergence here. Angelique, no, seriously, I'm sure we will chop. I don't know, like, so far this is trader's paradise, right? Like, you had the big drop here. If you have puts, you made money, and now you have, you know, this very clear bullish movement, right? So I can see us, yeah, like maybe just chopping around this area here for the rest of the day. But like, I mean, I have to say this is very unexpected. This is very, very unexpected. Let's have a look at the 1 hour chart or 1 day chart, maybe something. Fibs, please. What do the fibs say? Okay, so we're right at the 38 fib here, and it seems to have it's just a little bit above it. So let's see if it just breaks through or not. Be interesting to see. It's on the 1 day chart, I wonder. Funnily enough, today's candle on the 1 day chart is green, guys. Believe it or not. Like, people will look back on this chart if it closes here. If magically the day ends now, people will just look at this chart and think, oh, CPI was good. Today was green. Like, wow, this is just like, this is crazy. This is just way too crazy. Very interesting. The one time, see, this is what I get for not following my rules, right? This is what I get. Remember, like I showed you guys this before, I was up $600. Look at this. I'm now down $130, right? This is what I get for not following my own rules, right? I deserve this. What I always say, guys, always take profit, especially if you're above 100%. Use stops, blah, blah, blah. I keep parroting these around, and I did not follow my own rule today. I got greedy. And not only did I lose a possible $600, on top of it, I gave back the market $140. So I'm an idiot, and just to prove to you that these rules work, right? This is what happens when you don't follow the rules, right? Even I am not better than the rules. No one is better than the rules. No one, right? So sorry about that, guys. So I broke my own rules, and I deserve what happened to me. $700 loss between money and opportunity cost. So I deserve it. I deserve it. And hopefully my loss and my stupidity is a lesson to you guys. Just so you know, like when I keep saying these rules a lot, for a reason, because they do work, right? No matter how good you think you are while trading, or however experienced you are, no one is above the rules when it comes to trading. Having a rule based trading system always pays off in the long term. Angelique says, I started following your rules. I hope it's paying off for you. How was your experience? Like, did it pay off? I'm interested in knowing that. J Smooth says 360 call time on SPY. I would say not, my friend. I would say wait a little bit, because you'll be chasing at this point, right? What's like, we do have a big red candle here, but just like think of it in these terms, right? So what's the risk to reward here? It can possibly, when you asked that question, it was around here. It can possibly go all the way up to 50 and it'll probably fall back down. 50 MA, if not the 50 MA, it will be the 55.7 support, right? So in all cases, your reward is not too much, because where would you place your stop, right? So ideally, your stop would be somewhere around here, right? So your risk to reward ratio on that play would not have been excellent, right? Now, of course, add on to that, we're just dropping now, right? So good thing that you didn't get any calls anyway. Um, Kernel says, man, you're chill. I'm crying here for opportunity cost and can't be as calm as you. Great thinking. Yeah, dude, like when you've been doing this as much as I've been doing it, you know, like you probably have taken like a few hits here and there. Like I've taken, man. No, I've lost. Like this is nothing because this is a small account. Like losing $700 is bad. Wait when you're losing like I don't know, tens of thousands of dollars. And I'll try to find some big losses and show them to you guys. But no, I've lost like a shit ton of money before. So no, losing $700 is not a big deal. But more importantly, it's not about not caring, because caring about a dollar is as important as anything, right? Money is money. The thing is that if you understand why you lost the money, you will not be sad about it, right? If you understand why you lost it, then you can fix it, right? So I know I lost money because I was an idiot. I did not follow my rules. I know the rules work. I thought I was better than the rules. The market immediately humbled me and showed me no, I am not, right? So I have the fix here. I know all I have to do is just follow the rules, and next time I will not have this loss again. So this is why I'm calm, because I know now this is a lesson learned, or just let's say a reminder, right, for me not to be greedy again, not to do the stuff again, to book profits, to keep stop aside when I'm up this much. So yeah. Angelique, absolutely up 10%. I'm out. Excellent. Well done. Sandeep says, enough with pump. Let's dump now. Don't mind if we do, my good friend. Don't mind if we do. Osby saying VIX gaining. Yeah, but VIX seems to really be having a mind of its own today, right? So, uh, hope this is it. Really, hope this is it. VIX now down 1% only. At some point it was down 3%, so I guess this is something big candle here. VIX is all over the place today, guys. Like honestly, trading VIX would have been more profitable than trading anything else today. VIX just like all over the place. So SPY trying to go here for the kill. This is a critical junction here. If it's unable to go and test the 50 MA, this is real weakness by the bulls here, and we can expect a big drop down to the 350.8 level, right? So let's have a look at our volumes here. So volume is kind of picking up a little bit. I would not say it was decreasing, right? So it'll be interesting to see how this candle closes. Right? Interesting to see the volume and the closing price for it. Sandeep says we see low of day again at some point. I hope so. I can't say no. I can't say no. We're not gonna see low of day. We're kind of at a very decisive moment here, to be honest. So I hope so, but I'm not sure, but I hope so, right? I am in puts. I would like to see the low of day today. Uh, but this is not telling me anything. So to be honest with you, the VIX, everything in the chart is just all over the place. So we'll see. By the way, guys, it's almost like we've almost been streaming for an hour plus here, so we're gonna end the stream soon in 6 minutes. So if anyone wants to ask anything or wants to know about anything, let me know. Of course, I'll be joining you guys in the Discord right after. And if you guys have seen the poll and wondering why 75% of the people in our chart, in our community voted for eggplant. You all know who to blame. It is Smoothie. If you can't find him here, his name on YouTube is Who Butru. Of course it is. And on Discord it is Smoothie Criminal. So find him and yeah, like he has some explaining to do. But you guys have been split between 360 and 340, 12% each. And yeah, I would have to agree with that sentiment, honestly. Right now, the market is in a make or break point here. This probably equates to the 38 fib. Let's see here, the height of the movement. So yeah, I mean, like we're still around 38 fib here, rejection and going down, right? So as long as this is maintained and this we need a big drop here, but this will be the culmination of the bear flag. If not, then no bear flag here. Doesn't mean we're not gonna be bearish, just means no bear flag for now, right? So okay. So Angelique says, thank you, see you in Discord. Of course, Angelique, you're very welcome, and I'll definitely be seeing you on Discord. Smoothie, I'm here all week, folks. No regret, no remorse. I don't know what to say, man. I don't know what to say. God help you. God help you. Jeff is asking, we testing earlier lows today. Uh, I don't know what you mean by earlier lows because we broke the 52-week lows already by a big margin. These were the 52 weeks lows and they are gone. If you're asking, do we break the morning lows? I hope so, my good friend. I really do. But it is still early to tell. If we break this level, then the 38 fib level is broken. It's not a good sign. Maybe even a good sign to get into calls, as a matter of fact. So we'll have to see. Will says, thanks, Ash. Really appreciate it. My absolute pleasure, my good friend. Right, so we're just gonna have a look at the SPY here and see if it does anything nice, so we can close the stream on a nice note here instead of closing the stream on the note of me not following my rules like an idiot. Let's see. I mean, sometimes the market is nice. Sometimes the market will give you another chance. It's like, you're an idiot, I know that, but like, you know, I'll help you out just this one time. Um, Smoothie, what would you need to see in order to buy calls on the SPY? A break of the day's high. This, if this is gone, so is the 38 fib, I just jump into calls, right? Ideal entry spot would be break and hold of this, or break and hold of 50 MA, right? These are all good entry spots. I would keep my entries sorry, my stops tight. So this breaks, consolidates here, I'll get in calls. My stop will be somewhere here. First take profit target will be here, second here, third here, obviously. And if I get here under the 50 MA, I will put my stop here, and 50 MA here. I would take my first profit at the 200 MA or this level here. So this is what I would do for calls. That's if we get there. So far, looking a little bit choppy. So we might get we might have like Angelique's expectation was for she called for a choppy day, so we might be getting that actually. We'll see. But anyway, this is a good spot as any to end the chat, guys. Like I said, I'll be seeing in Discord, guys. If you have not liked the video, please, 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 please like the video. It really, really helps me a lot when you do that. And subscribe if you haven't. I'm sure most of you are subscribed, but if you haven't, please do. Don't forget the like button. If you can share, that would be appreciated. If not, no biggie. And tomorrow, I think we have the money in for the futures. So tomorrow should be an extremely interesting day, because if we get the money in for the futures, I will basically be day trading the futures. I don't have BTT rule in the futures, so I can trade as much as I want to, and we'll probably be using options more for swings, right, and longer holds. So it should be pretty fun if we're able to do that tomorrow. So we'll have to see, right? Till then, thank you so much, guys, and I really appreciate you being around.